once I got the project management essentials, or even if I go ahead and get my certificate on project, or should I stop? Is it important that we have a mindset in our sector to a continual professional development? And how should I do that? I start talking about, like, if you finish the essentials, what should I do now? But John, Tina, what do you think? Should the professional really continue learning? How that would be possible?
I think that it is really important to continue learning. I mean, project management as a broad sector, not just in NGOs and in development, but looking at project management in its entirety, has something like 60 or 70 years of research. There is a huge amount of knowledge out there. And I mean, going back to the idea of value, something that people have told me is that once they have been through a formal course of study on project management, and it's great to see that so many people have either, just looking at the comments, have either been through the Essentials course already, which is fantastic. I see a couple of people have already done Project DPro. I was delighted to see the project management flex and Save the Children as I helped put that together. So that's great to see as well. And it's like, but one of the real values of all of this is that you learn the vocabulary of the profession of project management. And that means you can continue to learn by yourself. So you might have a tool like a work breakdown structure. And you go, well, what's that? Okay, but once you've learned what it is, you can continue learning about it, whether that's on YouTube, or you can find articles. There's a huge amount out there. So I think that continuing learning is really important. And apart from anything else, there are new developments. You know, so you look at something like agile project management, which is relatively new. Well, if you studied project management 20 years ago and you had never done anything else, you would have missed that completely, because things change, things evolve. And just as with every profession, I think it's really important that we all continue to learn as individuals. But I also think it's really important that organizations say, well, okay, great. How do we collectively manage our projects and programs better? How do we deliver more value for the communities we work with the resources that we have? And, you know, and that takes us, you know, going through project management, program management, and even portfolio management, which is sort of bringing it all together. Back to you, Edson.
Thank you, John. Tina, can you talk a little bit more the opportunities that Disaster Ready has for the ones who want to continue developing their skills and their knowledge?
Sure. So just to piggyback on what John was saying, there's also other skills like effective listening and decision making and negotiation, and there's lots of skills that make an effective project manager that is difficult. I mean, you've got it's a process of continual learning, I guess is what, right? You learn, you apply, then you learn more, you apply. And so the benefit or the opportunity is on disasterready.org. There are over 1,500 online learning resources that you can go to build those types of skills. You can take a short class on effective listening, effective communication. How do you resolve conflict on a team? Because we all know that one of the skills of a project manager is helping to integrate and coordinate across teams, not just across teams in your own organization, but stakeholders, external stakeholders, community members, those sorts of things. So yes, I would encourage you to take advantage of that training on Disaster Ready. There's training on management and leadership and technical skills, and it's free. So it really removes the barrier of cost. It is in, much of it is in Arabic, French, Spanish, and English. So there are some options there, and yeah, so that's what I would have to say.
And no, I think they're fantastic points, Tina. And I also feel that if you have this shared vocabulary, it also makes it easier for everybody to learn from one another. I mean, some of the best learning is you talk to a colleague who's managed a similar sort of problem, and how did they do it? What problems did they have? How did they solve them? And once you've got this common language, those conversations are just much easier to do.